Hey there, it's Elizabeth, and welcome back to another Ramble Session. Um, let's see. Today is Saturday the 15th when I'm recording this. My hubby is at work because he's still working overtime, and I think we still have a few more weeks to go. So I didn't film a Ramble Session last week. I usually try to, film one a week. But yeah, last week wasn't such a great week for me. So I missed the Ramble Session last week, which is okay. So let's see what's on my desk for today. In my Fibonacci, as per usual, I am running behind. So I still have to work on pages from the 9th all the way till now. So what is that, 6 pages or so that I have to do? But as you can see, some of the pages I have already prepared. I just have to go in and finish them. I received some lovely happy mail from a few Phobo friends. And this beautiful card was from my sweet sister Karen. And yeah, she's just so sweet. She sent me the lovely card and then, a whole bunch of Easter stickers and whatnot, so I can't wait to use those. And then I also got a lovely happy mail from Remy, from Remy's Crafting, and she sent me this beautiful, beautiful card here that she had inherited from her great-grandmother, so sweet of her. And also some lovely faith-based stickers, which I've already used. And some other cute little doodads that I'm going to use in my book and maybe on some art tags. And then yesterday I received this really sweet card from my sweet Mamie. So I thank you, Mamie, if you're watching. So yeah, I need to get in here and work on my book. I'm kind of working out of order too, because this page I had finished, yet I hadn't finished the pages, a few days before. So hopefully today, while my husband's at work, I'm going to work on this book and hopefully get caught up. I had every intention of yesterday working on my book, and I'm still here. I'm just getting stuff from my printer. But yeah, I worked on, no, I had every intention of working on stuff, and I was going to be cleaning. There's my clip art. I was hopefully going to be cleaning yesterday, but then, my son came out and he's like, hey, Mom, let's go out and do something. So we did. We went to the mall, and he wanted to go to the Army surplus store. He really loves, I don't know, like collectible things, I guess, from militaries, and especially European military, like Eastern Germany and things like that. So we didn't find anything, but he did, he saw some things that he enjoyed, namely a helmet. So anywho, we did that yesterday. So I did not work in my craft room at all. I also was able to go back to Joann Fabrics because I needed more fabric for my yo-yos. And I was a little bit disappointed because I wasn't going to show you the yo-yo thing, but here we go. Well, these are all the ones I still have yet to make. Let's see how I can do this. Sorry for the elbow if you saw that again. So here are all of the yo-yos I've made so far. Oh my gosh. And little did I know, you need so many of these things to make a project. And what I'm going to try to make with them is a blooming yo-yo table runner. So they're all in like really pretty pastel colors. Well, I hadn't made enough of the lighter pastel colors. So I went back to Joann's to see if I can get another bundle of fabric, but they only have these darker colors. So since the Blooming Yo-Yo Table Runner has 3 different, strips in it, or 3 rows of flowers, I'm going to do the center rows, I think, in these darker fabrics, and then do the outer ones in the lighter fabrics. So, working on that. Um, hold on one second. My dog is digging to China. Roxanne. Oh my goodness. She gets in there. My poor in-laws. They're gone for the week, but then they'll be back again for another few weeks, I think. Anyway, yeah, my dogs get in there on their bed and just start digging to China. Anyway, so back to the yo-yo thing. This is what it kind of looks like if you can see that. It looks like this, but there are 3 rows of them. So we'll see how that turns out. I had worked on last week some painted papers and jelly prints that I had done. So here are just a few of them. I like just slapping paint on and using a variety of colors and stencils and all of that. And then, yeah, I just like all the colors and everything. It's very relaxing. Sometimes sometimes out of the jelly prints, like this one here, I make, like my own washi tape. So I just stick a line of double stick tape on and then cut it out. And then I have, my own washi tape. So sometimes I enjoy doing that. So I had worked on that. And what I had also done, where did they go? Oh, here they are. With the painted papers, I started making a few more tags. The painted papers are on the backgrounds, and then I just put some tissue paper on with matte medium, and then I'll figure out what I'm going to do to design those cards. I don't do this very often, but I do have fun making them. So this is one that I made, if you can see that. Just a few stickers, a little embellishment from Happy Mail, some washi tape, most grateful for, a little bit of stamping on it, a little bit of fibers for the tag, and so yeah. And then what I usually do, because I don't do this very often, I write on the back how I did it, what I used, all that kind of stuff. So this will go in my Fobonichi, and then these that I make, and I'm going to hopefully make some more, but these will probably go out like in Happy Mail or something like that. So still trying to keep up with my Happy Mail, because that was one of my goals for this year, sending out Happy Mail. And yeah, I send out a little bit each week. And I'm really, like with these tags, I'm really trying to, just send out like just a little something to brighten somebody's day, hopefully. Something that I can send in a single envelope with one stamp to keep the cost down and all of that. So, and trying to figure out ways, that I can send something simple yet handmade, and that they can, put in their Fobonichi or put in their journal or give it to somebody else or use it for kindling. I don't know. But hopefully, just to brighten somebody else's day, because that's always fun to do. And then this morning I spent all this time. I have, let me see here, 1, 2, 3, 4 pages of love notes from my lovely big handsome. So I need to work on his love journal. I think it's really kind of funny that he actually journals daily, but he doesn't realize it. So yeah, he sends me love notes every day in an email. And what I do usually at the end of the week is I will print them all out, and then I stick them in this book. So all of these are his love letters that he sends to me. And I just think it's kind of, funny that, yeah, this is his way of journaling and he doesn't even know it. So yeah, so I got to work on that today. Let's see. I have been working on this as well, this painty paper. I need to finish with my colors. This is actually a very sweet envelope journal that I had received from Trish from Dish Kitty Studio. And what I did was I just used matte medium. I use this here very sparingly because it's expensive. But I use Liquitex matte medium. It's kind of like Mod Podge, only I like using that better than Mod Podge. Mod Podge tends to be a little more sticky. So anyway, so I used some just book text, maps, music paper and stuff, and stuck that on here first. And then I took some of my Dilutions paints with a credit card and I scrape paint all over the top of it. And again, this is an envelope journal. She made it out of one like 9x12, I think, envelope, and then attached another little envelope onto it, and there are pockets and bigger tags that she put in there too. Super cute. I haven't figured out what I'm going to do with this yet. I am considering strengthening the spine right here, because this is how the book folds closed. I'm thinking of strengthening this and possibly using some of my extra papers and making a junk journal. Oh, I have paint under my nail. That's ugly. Making a junk journal or like a travel journal, because we're hoping this summer to go on a like 1.5 to 2 week journey for my son's senior trip that he should have had last year, but we ended up not taking it due to health reasons. So we're hoping to do that this summer, and that'll be super fun. And so yeah, I might do that. I might make this into a travel journal for that trip, and then I'll have like pockets in here to put different things, and I'll make like a book. I'll sew in some pages to make like a junk journal, and then have this as my travel journal. I think that's what I'm gonna do. What else? Let's see. Yeah. The only other thing I wanted to mention as well is back to, and I know I've mentioned it before, but it's just worth mentioning again. Where did I see? I can't remember. I don't know. I can't remember where I saw it, but I'm sure it was on a YouTube video. But there are, if you like clippings from magazines and catalogs and things like that, there are a variety of ways to get them. I've said before in my collage videos or my glue book video about where to go about getting magazines. Personally, I do not subscribe to any magazines at all. However, paid subscriptions is what I mean. Like I don't have any paid subscriptions to any magazines yet. I have one, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I have like 9 magazine boxes full of magazines for clippings. That's just too much. But anyway, my point is that there are a lot of different ways that you can get catalogs and magazines. And one of the ways is to go online to various places and sign up to receive their free catalog. Okay. So last week I had gotten Victorian Trading Company, and this little catalog I will use probably either for my glue book or for my Fobonichi, because they just have really sweet pictures in here. And they're usually seasonal, so like they have really pretty, little bunnies for Easter and all that kind of stuff. And I can either cut them out and save them and use them for next year, because obviously Easter is tomorrow. So I'm wishing all of you who celebrate Easter a very happy Easter. But this magazine has like just really cute images. So, and they're rather small. So I would use them in a glue book or in my Fobonichi. And then, excuse me, there's Fred. Golly day. Anyhow, I also subscribe to Paper Source. So they have some really cute images in this magazine to use. And again, these are seasonal. They also have some really pretty personalized stationery. So, and then of course, like even the wording, do something creative every day. I can cut that out and use that on, a tag that I'm making, or use it on my glue book, or use it in my collage journal. So that's another one. And I've shown you this one before as well, Through the Country Door. So these have just beautiful images in this magazine. And of course, you know my love affair with beds, so they have lots of beds that I can use. Because yeah, unfortunately, I inevitably have bed days. But they have just super cute, like even this. I mean, look at that beautiful piece of artwork here, poppies. That would look so pretty on an index card, on a tag, on, in a glue book, or in your Fauxbonichi or something like that. Is just so pretty. Or even to use it as an inspiration for your own painting. So there are lots of different ways that you can get images, and get them for free. And you can utilize them in so many different ways, whether it's, like I said, gluing them on tags, gluing them on index cards, or mixed media artwork, or using them in your Fauxbonichi, or in your glue book, or wherever. But there are a lot of ways to get images that don't cost you anything. So yeah, I think that is it for today. I'm not really sure if I'm going to do anything but work on my Fauxbonichi, because I am so behind with it. So yeah, I'm going to work on that today. I also need to film and work on the shout out series. And look what I found in one of my calendars. Shout out to everybody. Isn't that funny? So yeah, I need to work on my shout out series and do my next installment of that. And that is going to be on, I think, just journaling in general, not necessarily the Fauxbonichi journal, but journaling in general. It's become so popular, just journaling in general. So I'll be, discussing some of the YouTube channels that I watch, of people. Sorry, I thought I heard my dogs doing something they shouldn't be. Yeah, so they rudely interrupted again. Okay, please stop that, Roxanne. Oy, oy, oy. Anyhow, where was I? Ugh. Journalers. Okay, yeah. Oh, yeah. Maybe I need more coffee. Yeah, I want to, share some of the channels that I watch. And of course, it's not going to be, an exhaustive list as usual. It's just whatever I could fit on the page, of the people that I do enjoy watching. And then I was watching another video the other day from my sweet friend Pramita in India. And I'll link her channel below. She's such a cutie. And she does journaling in a traveler's notebook. I absolutely love her style. So you'll have to go over there and see what she does. But she also was working on a happy planner. She did like a plan with me, I guess, type of video. But she was not necessarily, and Pramita, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think she was necessarily using it as a planner. She was using it as a journal type of thing, but like just putting bullet points, for the day's events. And I think that that's such a great idea. I really do. So I might look into the happy planner thing. I'm not going to become a planner girl, because I just am not a planner. But I like the idea of using something like that. Even though I document my days in the Fauxbonichi, I really like the idea of keeping just a bullet type of list of things that you did, Like, for instance, yesterday in the morning, I would write down, art room or art time, because that's what I did in the morning. And then in the afternoon, went to, just bullet type things, army surplus, mall, whatever we did in the afternoon. And then, when I came home, I worked on making more yo-yos, watched a Heartland episode, And then in the evening, we had some yummy chicken piccata, and my son had veal parmesan. So, I would just like bullet those, Ferraris for dinner, for instance. And then we watched Dexter. So, and then you can kind of like decorate the page as well. I don't know. I'm thinking about it. Because I think it would actually, for me, it would be like a glorified post-it note, but everything would be all in one central location. And again, it would just be jotting down the different things I did that day, and I can use that to then work on my Fibonacci. It's just the cost of it all that's holding me back, I think. Do I really want to spend, $35 or however much it is for a happy planner kit kind of thing, or what? I don't know. I don't like spending money. So I'll have to give a think on that. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. Otherwise, yeah, I'm just going to hang out today, wait for my hubby to get home, and hopefully relax later with him. Possibly work on some more yo-yos, because I need like 5 billion yo-yos to do one project. So yeah, I'm going to work on that. And yeah, just work on things here and there, and maybe get some cleaning done. We'll see. Since I didn't clean it all yesterday. Anyway, I hope y'all are having a great weekend. Again, happy Easter to those that are celebrating Easter. And yeah, I hope you have a lovely rest of your day, and I'll talk to you soon. Thanks.